We didn't go live?
We didn't go live.
We're
We're live
now.
now. Hello, everyone. Let's do that again.
Welcome. Episode 169.
As you said, let's
I
check
can-
everything, and it all looked good, except for that little one that said you're not live yet.
The live button is helpful.
It is helpful.
Another 169. we should have it polished. What do you reckon?
I reckon it'll be better next time around.
That's fantastic.
That's what we always
Well,
say.
welcome everybody. Thank you for watching. What have we got on today's show?
We've got a bit of everything. So last week was...
Everything.
We have.
That's a bit vague.
Is it?
I want some special stuff.
Oh, you want...
We got a special F1.
Yep.
We got a special Gundam.
Yep.
We got a special. What's in the trains? Oh, I've got some special track. Got something old from HB Racing.
Oh,
We've got something new from HB Racing.
that's what we want to hear.
We've got the Thunder Truck 5000.
Thunder Truck 5000.
We'll keep you all guessing on what that is.
Mm.
Yeah. But right now, what we've got in front of us is Car of the Week.
So car of the week. What do we need to know about car of the week?
We need to know the year, the
Mhm.
make, the model, the color, and the weight. I haven't
Oh.
seen our scientific
I
scales.
know where it is.
You know where what is?
The scientific scales
Yeah?
are never accurate.
Well, they're accurate somewhere. just maybe not.
They're accurate
Just-
enough when you switch it on.
Just maybe not with our gravitational pull.
I love
Maybe
that. Jeff's
another.
on as well.
Welcome, Jeff.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody.
I'll say hello to everyone again because I said hello and no one would have heard me. So hello, Craig, Dave, and Iron Wolf 92, who we were mentioning.
There's
is
a
being
new,
new.
there's a new name.
Hmm.
Fantastic. Thanks for watching, guys,
Hello.
and everybody else. And I know a lot of people watch it on playback, so your
Hmm.
name's not on up and you're not in the conversation, but BJ loves you anyway.
I do. I love everyone.
Car of the week. All right, let's get stuck into it.
What are we going to start with?
A plastic.
All right. Let's go into this nice, special looking car.
Yep. Let's
And I brought tools.
go. Tools.
Hmm.
I hope they're 9-step.
Oh. It's a McLaren.
It's the MP42 Cookie.
That's right.
Is it?
Yep.
So Cookie will absolutely love this car.
He's waiting for an MP44.
Well, he'll get what he gets, and he won't get upset.
That's right. So he's going to get one of these, right? Beggars
That's-
can't be choosers.
That's right.
But this is a classic car, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, tell me about it because I don't know a lot.
So this is a Prost, and what was the other one?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I had it.
Uh-oh.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm going to have to check
Uh-oh.
now.
You're gonna have to cheat.
Prost, and who else was it?
PK?
Rosberg
Oh, Kiki,
Senior.
the original Rosberg.
That's it. So MP42. So classical McLaren colours and
Red.
shape, because that's what it's known for, isn't it?
Red and white.
That's it, because it was the Marlboro colours. And there's something a bit secret in here because it actually comes with Marlboro decals.
Why is that secret?
It's not anymore.
Well, they're not allowed
I
to
just let it
advertise
out.
it.
Well, I guess it's
Do
just
you
one
think-
of those things.
But it has Segafredo in there.
What's Segafredo?
Coffee.
That's right. That's a bit of a drug as well, isn't it?
Well,
No,
that's Italian.
it is. Wait, is that a problem?
Well, must be with the McLaren connection. I don't know.
No, it's all good. So this is one of the early kits from Italy, I believe. It
Brand
would have
new.
been. It would
What are
have
you talking about?
It would have been a
early kits?
Protar. It would have been a Protar kit when it was first made.
Mm.
And Protar kits at that time were actually, well, Tamiya were famous for their 12-scale F1 kits at the time. And one of Tamiya's toolmakers wanted to move to Italy, and he actually got a job at Protar cutting these.
Cutting?
kits. That's right. So that's why they have a very Tamiya feel to them.
And these
Full
are-
interior detail.
These are back in the analog days. Let's be honest. These are not just CAD designed, emailed across to the toolmaker. Are
This
they?
is toolmaker sitting there in the middle of the night with his little spot lamp, hand polishing molds.
Much like Geppetto. Is that what I'm picturing? Geppetto
What was he polishing?
shoes
Oh.
when he wasn't making wooden little boys.
I thought he only made the one. Let's have a closer look at this, eh? Come on, you're in the
You
way.
don't know that.
You're in the way. I don't. I'm just assuming.
You're
Again,
assuming
it's all
an
about-
awful lot.
It's about assumptions. All right, there you go.
You know what this is?
MP4. What's that?
I bet it's where that phone's from.
Oh. Oh, well. What have we got there? We've got a box full of bits.
We got some takeoff 22s.
Who remembers Takeoff?
Hey, Take off 22s.
There you go. So molded wheels. These are quite nice because they've got the Goodyears molded into them, so they're not decal. So it'll be easy enough to paint in these. You can do a whitewash, and then paint the outsides of that, and it'll look quite nice.
Really? What do you mean a whitewash?
So whitewash is like a thinner paint, and when you drip it in there, it will just go all the way inside without it spilling over the edges.
Without flooding?
No, you flood it. You basically want to flood it, but you don't want it to overflow.
Oh.
Your good gears will turn out. There you go. So all they need is a bit of a scuff of it down the center with some sandpaper, and you're good to go.
Why would you do that?
Because they naturally didn't have this
Mold line?
mold line down the center. It doesn't look scale.
Okay.
And it's quite easy to get rid of that. And also it gives it
A racetrack sort of.
well, it looks like it's been used, right? Because all rubber should be scuffed across there.
Not new ones. I put a little postage stamp and make it shiny.
Well, you could do that.
Like the new ones.
Yeah. All right, so they're the wheels.
It's a very good reason I
not
don't
wheels,
make
they're tires.
models.
Here we go. Here is the monocoque. And you know what I'm
Looks
going
like a fuselage.
Looks like a what?
A fuselage. Is it a plane you're building or an F1?
This is an F1. So this
Are
is
you sure?
So this is when they were using carbon composites. So this is a full carbon composite monocoque. And a floor pan should be as well, shouldn't it?
Floor pan?
Should be all carbon. I'm just going to chop here because I want to pull
We'll get
this out.
into it because the people are just seeing an empty box with my hand waving around.
It's not empty, it's full of bits. Here we go. Oh, that's a tight fit, isn't it?
Toy like a toy gun.
There we go, there's a monocoque.
Doesn't it look like an airplane?
It does. 2 pieces.
But it's not a monocoque then, is it?
Oh, it is when you push it together.
Ah,
Okay, so there we go.
it's a bi-monocoque.
It is. So this is the original Protar mold, which Italeri has taken over. And there's quite a lot of the big 12-scale Italeri kits are Protar, although they are making some of the new, such as Bugatti. That's a new molding from Italeri. But what they've done is they've actually enhanced these by including photo etch parts. A beautiful photo etch here. And most impressive is actually the rocker covers. Let's see if I can get in there. Look at that. How beautiful are they?
That is bespoke, huh? That is something that they
Beautiful.
couldn't
You've
have
got all
done.
the tags.
They couldn't have done
the
that 40 years
turbos.
ago, surely.
No. Well, I mean,
They
photo
wouldn't
etching
have-
was around, but I don't think
They
they would
wouldn't
have
have
done
had that level of detail, surely.
So that's a double etch. And then you got the
This would all have to be done with
Oh, the
laser,
buckles?
surely.
no, it's laser. Oh, not laser. It's acid etched.
Acid etched.
Yep. And then you got some of the grills as well. So that's a plus. That's something you won't find in the original. And then you can see the bodywork there, top of the cowl. Actually, let's see
It's
the
not a cow.
Brrr. So the whole top cowl lifts off.
Is it
Which has
designed
a
to
front
lift
wing?
off when you've assembled it?
Yes,
Is it?
yes. So you can have it displayed all together or without it. And then you've got all your big bits and pieces, big chunky bits. You've got your disc brakes, the 2 pieces, they're ventilated.
Chunkamunka.
That's it. You got, what do you call these? Air intakes for the brakes? Brake cooling? Ducts?
Quack,
Quack.
quack. It's not a Tamir duck.
Probably not. They're coming, aren't they? So we've got the seat. You've got calipers. Oh, the calipers.
Not verniers.
Are they twin calipers?
Twin calipers. Yeah, they get a spare set of wheels. I'm not overly familiar with the architecture of that,
Oh, wow. Okay, so you got that.
but it would probably be right that they would have twin 4-spot calipers.
So there's more body panels here. So good thing they've molded those in white, so it's easy to paint. It'd be terrible if they molded it in black.
Because it would be really hard to get a white paint, wouldn't it?
That's it. And then you get your suspension arms. And I wonder if this actually has working suspension, because quite a few of the cars, well, the kits of that time, did have working suspension, because you can see that they do have these ball joints and how they click
It
together.
does have springs.
Does have springs. Does it look like they compress? There's
Yeah.
a floor pan in here.
It's
Well,
actually
I
one of the
thought-
first steps.
I thought, and there's the engine and the gearbox and such as well. Now, I thought there was carbon fiber and Kevlar decals in this. There's your windscreen.
I can confirm they are in fact twin caliper brakes.
Are they? Wow.
Yes.
And 1-piece wheels, which are really nicely molded. Is there anything hidden under here?
Twin distributor engine.
Nope. Have you got the decals in there?
I have got the decals in
Oh,
here.
have you?
I'm hiding them from you.
Are you? Why are you doing that? That's a bit
In
nasty.
case they make you want to smoke.
Oh, that can't be good. All right, let's move this out of the way.
The smoking can't be good.
All right, so these are decals. The decals are actually molded by Cartograph.
And it's Italian.
That's right. And Cartograph are known to have the best decals available. And even Tamiya
Other than
are
J-Spec.
using, other than J-Spec, that's
Well, they
right.
haven't found J-Spec yet.
They're super thin, aren't they? So here are the, what would you call these? They're the barcodes which are used instead of the Marlboros at certain events.
But
like
back
Japan.
then, they wouldn't have had that even back then.
Oh, didn't they have these? Didn't they have something
No,
covering
that
it?
would have been full cigarette back then.
No, that was like Japan. Oh, back then.
No, back then.
Oh, back then. Yeah. Because it was later, right?
This
Where they
is
had the
what an
tobacco
80.
sponsorship.
This is what an 80. What car?
This will have to be like an 86.
Yeah, they would have had full smokes back then. I
Right.
reckon.
Okay, so there's a full smoke set. Very nice.
But
there's
yeah,
Rosberg.
it might be politically incorrect or something if you were to put that. Some people, I don't know.
Could be.
I wouldn't
And then
know.
there's
'cause
a
I'm
carbon
not-
fiber.
I'm not politically correct.
You're not correct at the best of times. So there's the carbon fiber. So there's a really nice carbon fiber weave.
It's like hand laid, not like a
You see
chicken.
that? And you've got your carbon Kevlar too. Oh, that'll be just Kevlar, wouldn't it? It's very yellow. Okay, so along the front of the cowl, ends of the wing plates.
Carbon is burnt aramid fiber. Did you know that?
Is it?
Mm.
That's why it's black. High carbon.
High carbon.
So it's converted all those molecules into carbon.
Carbon.
Amazing how strong it is, isn't it? So there we go. That's beautiful there. And then
Diamond.
here's a close-up of
Diamonds are known for their strength.
what, man-made diamonds or any diamond?
You know, diamonds come from carbon, don't they? Compressed carbon is diamond.
They are. That's true. All right, so there you go. Very special decals. All right, let's have a close look at the Manuel.
Also has Spanish.
So here's pictures of the actual kit that's been built up. Looks very nice, doesn't it?
Politically correct stickering.
Yep.
As per the box.
That's right. Okay, so a legend of all the bits. So we saw all these parts before. There's the multi-piece brakes with the ventilation in them.
Yes.
Your monocoque. You got your engine with the gearbox, suspension components, cooling components on the tray.
So it's not too fiddly.
No, it's not super
It really
fiddly.
is a painter's kit, isn't it?
Yes. So most of the details are actually already molded onto the
Yeah.
parts. So there's less parts count.
Less parts count, but it
That's
makes
right.
it, like you said, probably has articulating suspension.
Yeah. So we've got
And-
screws, so that'll help with that.
Really makes it a painter's car.
That's it. So looking at here, so we're
Got
building up
working
these
steering.
the bulkheads, so sway bar, rockers, working steering. That's right. There's rack and pinion. Got the springs. And you see how the springs go together there, so they'll be working. So it's got working suspension. So they can compress. Okay,
Oh.
building up the front monocoque.
Oh.
You can see the disc brakes here, the two pieces, and twin calipers. All right, so you got those calipers and the uprights going on. We've got the distributors.
Yep.
And it comes with all this vinyl tubing as well. Start building the engine. Here's all the photo etch bits that can go on. Rear suspension mounts. You got the shocks there again. To see how they'll be working as well. And then we've got all the
Turbochargers, intercoolers,
and
radiators.
then the cooling ducts, engine, monocoque going onto the floor pan. We've got all the side cowls and the intake push rods here. Rear suspension, going back to the cockpit now. Steering going in. Rear uprights, rear wing, and then painting of the body. And then the body, I guess it's interesting that they're recommending Tamiya cans.
Mm.
So they've updated their instructions to use Tamiya codes as well.
Why? What codes would they have had?
They would have had Italeri codes back
Really?
in the day. Yeah. So TS49 is interesting because I would have thought this was a full fluoro colored car
I think it was before that era.
before the fluoro,
Yeah.
because the MP46 was full fluoro. So that's bright red, the TS49. So that's a little bit lighter than the Italian red. That's normally used for the Ferraris of the era. And then that's basically bodywork. And then we've got the seats. So we're doing the harnesses for the seat. That's all put together.
It does have
and there you go.
textile harnesses.
It does. And there you go. There's not really that many bits. So 39 steps. And then your decals. And then
I'm really looking forward to your entry next year's Model Expo.
Oh, that reminds me. I forgot to bring the bits. Should I bring the bits now?
You said you had the bits.
I had the bits, but they're in my bag.
I don't think you did. I think you were fibbing to me.
What do you mean?
I've never seen such bits.
I've got the bits.
I don't think you do.
I've got the bits. You have to trust me.
Well,
I'm going to disappear. I'm going to get my bits.
really?
Yeah.
Well, you better wait till I got something to talk about.
Oh, you got to talk about it. What are you doing?
Well, we'll wait till you finish off. So that is,
Yeah, so that's
is
the
Larry 112.
112 MP42C. Beautiful.
Absolutely. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Car of the week.
See you later.
What have we got here? Have we got any guesses of car of the week? I can see cookies in there piping up. You can got the 2C that stands for 2 cookies. Hi, Jeff Lee. Hi, Anthony. And hi, everybody. Anthony's got a guess in already.
Has he? What's
He
guessing?
has. He's a Ferrari 182.
So we had a Ferrari up here. So Dave said Ferrari.
And I can confirm it is, in fact, a Ferrari. Do you agree?
Well, from this angle, it looks like a Ferrari.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we've got a Ferrari 182.
No.
Not quite right.
Definitely
quite
not.
right.
It's definitely not a 182.
He's corrected himself.
Oh,
Ferrari 812.
yes.
All right.
I knew that's
So the
exactly
order-
what
Yep.
that's exactly what
That's
Anthony meant, but he typed the wrong thing.
Yes. Yes.
It is definitely a Ferrari 812, but I want to know what model. It's got a color. It's got lots of things. Let us know. What have you got, Paige?
Oh, what did I bring? I ran off to grab this little bag of stuff. And this harks to what you keep,
Oh,
like poking my ribs. I've got,
they're obviously quite robust. The way you're just throwing them around.
well, I made them robust. Look at that. What are these?
These look to be wheels. These are actually really finely spoked.
Really?
Yeah,
Do you like that?
I do.
So you've been following us along. Probably about 10 years ago, I started working on these.
Yeah, back we'll call it PC or BC. Yeah, we'll call it
What's that
BC
mean?
before
What's that
COVID.
mean? Oh, yeah.
It wasn't before COVID.
Let's see if we can get tight. There we go. So these are the wire wheels I started on my Fiat Mephistopheli.
You could have left the standard one there so we could see.
Oh, I can't because
The
I've changed them all.
Chunkamunka.
No, I've done them all. They were really thick. So if you look back on some of the old videos, I actually did a tutorial on how to do this. So if you look at that, you'll see the old Chunkamunka version.
Yep.
But these have been replaced with KNS music wire, which is about 2 mil thick. And it would have been nice to be a little bit thinner, maybe.
I do reckon it's more than 2 mil, but yes.
0.2.
These. Oh,
Right.
0.2 did you say?
0.2.
I was going to say it.
No,
not 2 mil.
No, they're pretty fine. They're pretty fine. And the first one was a template for working out how to do the rest. And it's taken a bit of time. So you can see the little brass eyelets I cut out as well, just on the ends. So these are actually 4-piece wheels. So they're all screwed together in a hub there, and then on the back. So the plastic spokes were actually 3 times the thickness of these.
Yeah.
And they had half the amount of spokes. So I've actually doubled the amount of spokes to make it correct.
Did you spoke? I've heard of people counting rivets, but you're a spoke counter.
I did count all the spokes.
How many are there?
I don't know. I didn't enjoy it.
You don't know.
What was it? 96 or something?
Is it? Per wheel.
Per wheel, I think. I can't remember. I don't know why, but that number sort of comes up. And to do that, to help me do that, these are some of my new favorite tools.
Ooh, what is it?
So these are the scribing bits by God Hand. Okay, it's probably easy to see here. So you got the pointed one, which is just like a pointed tip, like an awl. And then this one has got a 4 facets on it. And this one is for helping scribe straight lines without the use of a ruler. So you just got to get it in the right angle and just follows the V shape. And I use these for opening up the edges on the inside of the rims, so it'll accept these spokes, because the spokes actually go in probably about 5 mil deep into here.
Yes.
Yeah. So just opening them, you have a bit of idea. So it's just points. And these are a heavy tool steel. So very easily removes the plastic.
And it would be clinically sharp.
They're,
Knowing
they're
God
pretty
hand.
sharp. You can see the facets now, right? So that really helps there. So you can use these bits just like this, although it is easier if you do mount them inside the specific short pin vise.
Short one.
Yeah. So shorter this way, and you see how it's rounded here without the big head. So the idea is that it fits in the palm, and you can turn it like this. And that's specifically for these engraving type bits.
Oh.
So it doesn't have different
Chucks.
It's got the one to fit there, and you'll see that it's a deep chuck too. See how far it fits in
Deep
there?
chuck.
Yeah, not a wood chuck. So the standard one would be up to here. So the idea that it's a deeper collet is so that you get more control. So there's less chances of the end actually moving. So once you tighten it up, it stays true. And you use like this.
Don't put that
in here.
Don't put that near the Ferrari, please.
What, the shank?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's what I use there. And they're really handy. So
Especially if you're doing spokes.
that's right. And I'll be using these to open up some of the panel lines as well on the bodywork.
It's getting along well. So we've got 4 wheels.
Yeah. So they're looking pretty good, aren't they?
Are you going to paint them?
Yes, they'll be black. They're gloss black.
Really?
Mm.
Even back then?
So, I mean, their gloss is like a half gloss, I'll call it. They're not a high gloss.
It's like a Humbrol enamel gloss.
Yeah. And,
Yeah?
and I won't be doing them super smooth. They've got to be like thick and because I
And
wanted
blobby.
I wanted to look like the restored version, which has been painted over maybe 50 million times.
Yeah.
So it's got to be chunky and it'll have like chips. So I'm going to try and replicate that.
Oh,
Chips?
you said chips.
What flavor do you like?
Oh, it's a Friday.
Friday. What's Friday flavor?
It's going to be salt and beer chips.
Salted beer chips. And they're like beer nuts.
Beer nuts.
There we go. So they're my spoked up 12 scale Fiat Y wheels.
I'll never doubt you again for the next hour.
You will doubt me, though.
I will
you,
doubt
you
you.
can't help it. I don't blame you for it.
All
But
right.
there we go. What have we got now?
Talk to me about the car of the week and the people over there, Beej, while I just give it a little. So,
What are you doing? Rotations?
yeah, a little bit. Well, we've already guessed the make and the model, so they can tell us a year, they can tell us a weight, a
So
color.
everyone's saying that they could work out as Ferrari because it had the Ferrari emblem on the side.
Oh, really? It does too. The big little yellow prancing horse.
Now Dave said GTS. Does GTS work for this?
No,
No.
it's not
No.
an 812 at GTS,
Oh, look at this color. This color is a bit special.
is it?
Grigio Scura.
Um,
No, but it sounds tasty.
That sounds very tasty.
Mm.
Sounds like something that the Italians would love.
Does that sound about right? We've got weights coming now too. I
Have
think
we?
We have to weigh it. Do you know where the instrument is, or I should have grabbed it when I went out there?
Is it just near there?
Oh, he's gone. He's made a run for it. Okay.
I'm just calibrating them.
What have you done? Oh, you found it. Here we go. All right, here's our special low profile scales. All right, you zeroed it
Aerodynamic.
because we've got some weights coming up now.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. All right, so what's the weight we've got here? So Anthony says 1250. It is higher than 1250.
Definitely higher than 1250.
Now up here,
I
someone
can
else had a
confirm.
guess. Someone else had a guess up here.
What?
I've missed it. I
What?
thought I saw something up here. I thought I saw something from Jeff.
It started at 1250.
All right, 1250. Higher than 1250.
Right.
1400 is lower than 1400. All right, we've got ranges now.
We got a range.
We've got a range. Okay, what do you got there? Do I need to move this?
Potentially.
All right.
Brett's bag of the week. In this rather large Rubik's Well bag.
What's
you
in
know,
there? There's something hanging out of it.
It's got a wing. It's got a wing. I can confirm it does have a wing. Now, our lead representative in South Australia
Mhm.
for HB,
Mhm.
Mark Lawlaw, is also the president of the club over there.
Yes.
Southern Districts, something or other. It's the Adelaide Off-Road, 1/8 Off-Road Club.
Mhm.
Sent me his buggy. to have a run of. Now it didn't have
Okay.
this body on it,
Didn't it?
and this. Oh, I'm hooked. There we go. This buggy is a HB Racing E817.
Mhm.
So it's actually really quite old.
Right.
And to say it needed a rebuild, excuse me while I just take the lid off.
Should we go through the top?
To say it needed a rebuild is very much an understatement. This thing was pretty rickety. There wasn't a straight drive shaft to be seen.
It was a bit floppy.
There's the wing off it. There's an
There's the
example.
original wing.
There's a chassis brace.
Now, chassis braces are usually
Straightish.
straightish. Well, the ones I've seen are normally like dead straight.
Dead straight.
Yeah, this one is not. This one, if I throw it, will probably come back. What else you got
So
there?
there is some, and this isn't to belittle or, I'm not trying to disrepute Mark here,
Well, this
but
just to
this
show
is-
how much punishment they go through.
and he was still racing this.
Yeah,
he was
goes.
still absolutely racing it. I don't know if we can get it on the overhead.
What are we doing?
You can zoom in on some of those critical parts.
Oh,
If you
okay.
want.
Let's go tight. Yeah, we going tight. How tight are we going? What are we looking at here? We're looking at an arm. So I guess the arms would normally sag anyway, right? Because there's a lot of weight. I remember when I was running my truggy, we tried to unload the suspension because the arms would bend.
Yes, over time. So you really wouldn't want to sit it on wheels, preferably.
Yep.
When you're not using it, but the plastic does actually age.
Yeah. Well, the carbon's split there as well. Isn't
Well, that's probably more impact, but a combination of repetitive impact, big impact, and old age,
Yep.
they do. So that's the original
That's a-
HB carbon fiber. Well, it's an optional upgrade.
Yep.
You can see it's flexed that much, it's broken the carbon.
it? Yeah. So that's the front arm.
That's the front arm.
Here's the rear arm.
Yep.
This has got the plastic insert.
It's got
in
the
it.
plastic inserts in the rear arm.
Yep. So that's popped out a little bit. So it's gone through the screw.
And this track was still, like I said, racing competitively on the track.
Yep.
So now, needless to say, the buggy's got fresh arms on it. Here's a drive shaft. Again, usually pretty straight.
But it'll still operating with this like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just shows, they do go through quite a lot of biffage.
And they can take it.
Yeah.
Like
and you
they
need
still
it.
hadn't DNF'd.
Well, particularly if it's a half-hour final or a 1 hour final, you need to just keep going, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't have time to fix that.
And this is an electric car, so it's not going to go with an hour final. But
Oh,
it
okay,
will,
yes,
you know
yes.
what I mean? But they
Yeah.
are based off the buggy that can do that.
That's right.
The nitro.
Yeah.
So yeah. So like I said, it came in for a bit of a birthday, and it's something that I enjoy, and I can't take the sole responsibility for it. We had I had another one of the Victorian team, Tommy Huggins, helped me out as well on this
Yep.
one
And
because
what
it
about there?
does take many an hour. This servo, you can see it was still operating, and that is pretty. I want to say munted.
What'd you say?
Not sure munted. Is that a
Well, it looks like you've been chewing on it.
pretty? I got the
Is that what munted means?
Yeah,
Well, munted just means like not in
bit
the
average.
state that should be.
probably. Yeah, but it was still operational.
Hmm.
But I couldn't give it back to him like that.
No.
So we can zoom out now. So that's just some of the worn parts that have gone into rebuilding this buggy, and you can see now it's got a 9 steps lipo in there, a 4S lipo battery
Mhm.
with XT90 plugs.
Yeah.
We've obviously got the dash 2150 kV motor
Mhm.
in there with the dash AI Max speed controller. We've got a brand new highest B210 servo, mated to the HB Racing alloy servo horn that
Mhm.
was already on there.
Yep.
We've upgraded with the HB Racing aluminium servo mount to keep it all nice and stiff.
Mhm.
This Exotech mount was already in. New chassis brace, obviously, not shaped like a boomerang.
Yep.
And yeah, new drive shafts throughout, complete re-bearings, polished shock shafts, some new plastics. So to take some of the slop out, you can see the wear and tear on the turnbuckles. Like it's definitely not showroom fresh.
You like polishing shock shafts, don't you?
Yes, and hinge pins. If you
And
can
hinge
have
pins.
a look in the hinge pin. Like that's the turnbuckle. But if we
Where's
go,
the hinge pin? Where can we see that?
See that?
Oh
little
yeah,
bit
yeah, I
of-
can see a bit there. Oh, have you polished that?
yeah. See it in here.
Yeah, it's a bit shiny.
So that's obviously where it goes
I
through
can
that,
see your
the D block.
distorted face in it.
Can you? Well, that's more about my face, isn't it? Obviously rebuilt all the fluid filled, the oil filled diffs, all original cases. Yeah, rewired it. And like I said, I did some of it. Tommy Huggins did some of it, and then we've put the finishing touches on.
That was good, no? It's all
And this
freshened
thing-
up.
It is freshened up and ready for. So E817 would have come out in 2017, 2018.
Mhm.
So this buggy is going on 5 or 6 years old.
Yep. But
Yeah,
it's still just as competitive.
still just as competitive. So which is really good, and this will serve Mark now for another. You can see here his track. He runs on a high oil track. It is really quite gentle on the chassis as far as being abrasive.
Yeah. There's no
You
deep.
notice on the cars that we run here in Melbourne, like we've got a few rocks and stuff in the track, so it really
Yeah, it
does
tears it up.
tear up the chassis. Whereas on the high oiled, it's like racing on cookie dough, sort
Yeah.
of. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
quite gentle on the chassis. You can see here all new arms, of course. Yeah, all spruced up, but it's still originally like the crux of the car, the diffs, the shocks, everything like that is original.
Did you
Some
say
of the
crux?
crux of the car, the bones of the car. It's had some new shock shafts. Well, a couple of shock shafts have been, but it is ready to go. So I hope Mark's happy with it. I'm sure he will be. It's taken many hours of work, and I'm really going to enjoy him smashing it to bits again. And he's going to get the Hearns Racing wing and body to go with it. So that's a little present from us.
Yep.
And I look forward to seeing it out on track again.
It'll be a bit of a monster, I think.
It's going to be pretty cool, isn't it? It's going to be pretty cool. Now, while we're talking HB and we're talking old broken HB.
What else you got there?
Oh,
Oh, that wouldn't be broken, would it?
this wouldn't be broken. This is the brand new D8 World Spec.
WS.
Now, we've done an unboxing on this before and you've seen it on a live show. That's nothing new. But what did come in last week? Last week's show was massive.
All the new bits that are on the buggy.
New bits and pieces.
That's right. So these can be retrofitted.
These can be retrofitted to the existing buggies. Or you can put them even, the steering blocks and the alloy parts will fit on your truggy as tuning options.
Right.
So we can see here we've got new designed, in the truggy style, designed steering blocks and caster blocks.
Yep.
So a reverse C hub, if you will, steering block and caster block, which was different to the previous generation.
Nice and machined. 7075.
Beautiful. And we've got front and rear arms, all new
Okay.
plastics, and these are to cope with the new caster blocks.
Yep.
The rear hubs, which are the truggy part, and the new droop screws,
Right.
which will go into the new chassis plate.
Yes.
So front and rear arms. So we've got plenty of stock now to keep the new generation D8 World Spec on track.
So the new arms have got extra adjustment, so you can take plates on both sides.
Yeah, they can take plates on both sides, carbon or plastic.
Yeah.
Given the car's so new and so fresh, we haven't seen a lot of setup information yet on Australian soil. So looking forward to that. And I think what's really going to change the landscape is when the e-buggy drops.
It's coming soon.
The E8 World Spec, and that is due on Australian shores in the next 7 to 10 days.
Yep.
So really looking forward to that. Anyway, that's all I've got in my bag, and a bit of news in the RC department.
Now Simon Healy's got a comment here.
Simon, of course he does.
After looking at the
We can
car we
go
were
on
looking at
another
before, he goes, looks like a car after you used it for 1 day, Brett.
Yeah, he would say that. He would say. Fancy him popping up.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's it.
Who rattled his chain? Welcome
Oh, I
in,
don't know.
welcome in, Simo.
G'day.
Yeah, the 8 scale Vic titles have been announced. So they're
Yes.
coming up in a few weeks, mid-September, 15th of September, over there at Mork. So
Mhm.
that'll be cool. I'm sure
Should be good
Simon
weather.
Healy will be there.
Yeah, we'll be
with
there.
his, I don't know, whatever they are, his cars. You know, as long as he gets out the way when I'm coming through and lapping him, we'll be fine.
That's right. You'd be like launching over him, right? All right, we've got some guesses on weights. So
What have we got?
We already said it was, what was it? It was between 1250
Yes.
and was it the other one?
1400, wasn't it?
1400?
1250 and 1400.
Okay, so we've got a 1355
Lower.
lower, 1325
Lower.
lower.
What else have we got?
Oh, well, we've got a question here, actually.
What?
Iron Wolf. He wants to know, at the Bendigo Classic,
Yes.
why does 21.5 Junior use different Shore tyres to 21.5 Senior?
That decision was made because I don't think they want the juniors to use group.
Oh, right, okay. So
I think-
Juniors, no Goop, so a softer tyre.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
then
they're-
Seniors are allowed to use Goop.
Yeah.
So
and
hence they're using
that's
a
a
harder tyre.
sanctioned class.
Right,
So the senior class, that's the ISTC 21.5. So it's a sanctioned Australian class.
right.
So they're using the EXX40 Bendigo tire.
Okay.
21.5 and 13
Yes.
are using the EXX40 Bendigo tire.
Right.
Phaser classes and junior 21.5 are
Mhm.
using a 32 treaded.
Right,
And that is in an aid of durability and ease of use.
right.
So, yeah.
Oh,
And
there you go.
TCR and modified are using a spoked 36 slick. And
Right.
again, that's done in the aid of durability
Okay,
primarily.
there you go.
Yeah.
We're going to look good too.
So thank you for your inquiry. Now, the tyres are getting freshly made as we speak. They're getting all pressed, fresh, all single batch coming from Sweep. They
Yep.
are expected in the next week, hopefully.
Mhm.
So keep an eye out. We'll be making announcements. There'll be tyres for everybody. We'll be able to bathe in them. They'll
Excuse
all
me?
be the same. They'll all be the same price. It'll all be good. Yeah?
Sounds good.
And
Looking
they'll all
forward
be
to the bathing.
numbered, ready to go.
Is the bathtub big enough?
Could be.
Might have to hire one.
I know, right?
Mm.
Well, do you want to keep? No, we won't keep going.
We digress. All
We
right,
do
where are you
digress.
going? Where are we going?
I was
Shall
going
we
to
go more with this?
bring out the Thunder Truck 5000, but that can wait.
All right, more weights.
Oh,
Do this
are we up to weights?
1330.
1330.
Yeah, we still need something, don't we? Don't we still need the name?
Yeah.
We still need the name and we
So
still need the
it's
colour.
a Ferrari.
Was the colour wrong before? The Italian colour?
I think it was right.
Oh, was it? Okay, we'll accept it then.
Well,
All right.
I'm accepting the color.
All right.
Grigio, that one.
Where was it?
That one. Skura,
Yeah.
I'm accepting it. I don't know. I actually forgot to look at the box,
Oh, there you go.
but it is
That doesn't help, does
it
it?
is definitely Grigio something.
Right.
So I will accept that.
Okay.
Now the weight is between 1250 and 1325.
1330 is too high. 1285
1285 is
is
too high.
Okay.
Ooh,
we'll leave it at that.
that was a real cut, wasn't it?
Who cut what? Did
In
you
the
get
weight.
cut? Oh, yeah.
So now we're between 1250 and 1285.
Yeah.
All right. What have we got on?
Do you want me to
Choo choo.
so you want to see more kits?
No, choo choo.
I don't know what you meant. All right.
Bloody
What have I done
You're a
here?
bloody comedian.
I try not to be, but it ends up that way. All right.
Clown.
I thought I'd bring in
What did you think
some
you'd bring in?
sets to help you choose doing your train set. So just say you don't want to get just the train set with the fixed locomotive that's in a box. You know,
Why
a bit like
not?
the one we've got behind us, like the Scotsman. Just say the Scotsman has got the train, the loco, the track, the controller, but you don't like the loco. So if you want to do your own thing, you can actually get these track packs. Okay?
Track
And they're in
packs.
different scales.
But these can also be used to add on.
You
I'm
can.
assuming.
You can, absolutely. But they make a perfect starter because they give you an oval and a basic turn off.
Yes.
Okay, so you've got HO.
Hey, Joel.
Okay, so that's the biggest scale we work with.
Or double O.
Or double O.
Can you call it double O?
You can. And then we got 009, which is on 9mm track.
Do
it's
we
actually
have
HO's
009?
Yeah, we've got a 009 one.
That is my
See-
favourite.
So It's basically the same width as N scale, which I've got here. So that's the N scale one.
9 mil.
Yeah.
But the sleepers are
The
further
sleeper
apart.
spacing is further away because it's actually a bigger scale.
I didn't know that we had
There you
that.
go. So we've got those. So we've got the 3 you can choose from.
Because I don't think there's any such thing as a 009 set.
There isn't. There isn't. But
There
this
you
is
go.
the best way of making one.
Well, there you go.
Okay. So once you choose what scale and what basic starter set track you want, from there, all you need is you choose a loco you like.
Choo-choo.
That's it. And then you just need a controller like that. So we've got the Kato controller.
Now we've got 2 main ones. Haven't we got the combi controller?
Yes.
Combi? Can I call it a
You
combi?
can call it combi.
And the Kato one.
That's right.
And I love the Kato one.
Kato 1 is modeled off a real train. So it's got that feel. It's got the levers, which are shaped like a real train one. Let's see.
It
If,
makes me want to put on my overalls and blow a whistle.
excuse me.
You heard exactly what I said.
So just here, you got your little toggle switch for forward and reverse and off. And then here's your actual speed control. So just dial it across for the speed of the train.
It's much like Simon Healy's transmitter on the driver's stand.
Should we retrofit a radio into one of these?
That's how old
And
he is.
we'll walk up there and use one of these to drive the car around.
That's how old Simon is. He's got one of these.
He's your steering and he's your throttle. I think that'd be quite interesting. Maybe we should do that one day. Maybe not. But there you go. So that's how easy it is to get a train set going. You know, customize a train set. You don't have to think about which each individual bit you need.
And this is the power supply.
That's right.
So 240 volt in.
Yep.
12 volt out
That's right.
to your track.
That's it.
Bingo bongo.
Bingo bongo.
I love
Don't
it.
know who bingo is. Don't know who bongo is. But you get a set that's working.
They sound like people that like to play with trains.
I like to play with trains. What are you talking about? So
As long as they're not mine. As long as they're somebody else's.
it's as simple as that. So you didn't know all those.
I
different
didn't
sizes,
know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm taking a 009. I think,
Double A9
that's,
one's pretty good, eh?
I think that's for me.
And this is all set track. So set track means that
What's
it's all
that track?
set track means it's fixed in its angles. So once you get this, it's really easy to even further expand.
And you don't have to solder it together or anything, can you? You
No,
can
no,
just like,
press it together.
it's like,
It's got flexi track. And so I've got flexi track in HO. There's the crazy track in 009.
and that's the
Oh, that's
perfect
the
match for
end.
this.
Yes. Yes,
And that will join to this set track.
it will.
Oh, I'm done.
And that's it.
That's enough.
Simple.
I'm done.
What'd you say again?
Yeah.
Bingo bongo. You're done.
Bingo bongo. You got a train set.
So trains aren't that difficult, really.
I make it difficult.
You love the challenge of making it difficult.
That's right.
It's terrible.
Well, it doesn't come natural to me.
No, it
So-
doesn't, does it?
It doesn't.
No.
It does not.
So that's it.
I love that.
So that's trains. Real simple.
If you make it simple.
Yeah.
And it just clicks together,
Yep. Just press it together.
and you got your Kato thing.
Yep.
All you need is your hat, your overalls, and your whistle.
That's right. And a train. Only a few components.
Woo-hoo!
You enjoy that?
Now,
All right. All right. What have we got now? We're going back to this.
tell me about the car.
I
wanna know about
got
the
a heap
car.
of weights. Where did I go? Where was I?
40 weight shock oil.
1260,
1260. I thought we'd already. No, it's not 1260.
1265.
Nope. Higher.
Grigio Titanio.
Ooh.
Is it? I don't know, but it sounds good.
It sounds really good.
The last one sounded good too.
Yeah.
So 1266.
Well,
Higher.
between 1266
1150.
and
Too low.
1285.
What?
We're between 1265
Was it?
and 1285.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
where-
all these 11s were way too low.
Way too low.
Yeah.
I wonder if people are listening to us at all. Not me.
You're not listening to yourself?
No.
All right. So what have we got next? What have we got now? You got more stuff?
I do, but I thought you should go.
Should I? Okay. I've got some stuff.
What
What have we
stuff
got
have you got? Tanks for the memories.
This is an Australian Centurion tank. And one of our most,
Centurion doesn't sound very Australian.
because it's British. But the Australians got it. And every time the Australians get something that we don't make, we modify it to our specs.
Did we soup it up? Did we put a V8 mortar in it?
I don't know what we did in it. We probably like upgunned it and stuff. That's what we did with the M113.
Hashtag upgunned.
Upgunned.
I don't know.
Aussie
That,
style.
I don't know that you can say that.
Can't you?
No, I'm pretty
So
sure.
this is by Vespid Models. So Vespid make small scale kits, 72nd scale,
Mm.
and it's got quite a bit of detail in it. It's got a metal barrel and some photo wedge as
A
well.
metal barrel.
So
Show me such thing.
the metal barrel
I don't
means
believe
that
you.
it's perfectly round. So usually barrels,
so
when they're
it's not
molded,
metal.
they're bent. You can't help it. You got to try and like straighten it up.
Bent like a banana. So it has a metal barrel.
That's something that you normally pay extra for, like on the 35th scale tank. Now this is childproof.
Is this Nev scale?
Yeah, you like 72nd. All right, so
That's a
they've got
Tiger
picture of the
1.
Tiger and all these other
So
tanks.
it's not
that
a
they make.
Centurion at all.
No, it's a Centurion because there's a manual. But look how thick the manual is. There's
What?
a lot of
It's such a little tank.
look at all the bits.
It's thicker than the tank.
So look at that. Lots of pages.
And it's got tracks for people like me.
So the tracks are not individual, which will be
But-
really painful, but it does have some individuals.
So
It's
you can
partial.
get a bit of
Sag.
track sag.
It's got the sag's already molded into it. You'll see there that it's already got the sag molded in. See it?
Oh my lord.
See? Clever,
Oh
isn't it?
my lordy lord. It does.
Yep. See the photo edge there? That's all shiny. And look at all the bits.
I did
I
not
reckon there's probably close to the same amount of bits in here as there are in that McLaren. We'll look at that before.
I did not expect there to be so many bits.
Okay, there's a hole. So it is a small kit, right?
It's gonna be tiny.
Yeah, but look at all the even underside detail.
You need your Optrix visor for this one.
That's right.
No?
Okay, so that's got suspension basically on these sprues here. You got wheels and sprockets.
Suspension. I don't think it's got suspension. It's a tank.
Yeah, it'll have suspension.
Really?
Yeah. And then there's your top of the hull.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that I see no metal barrel.
Metal barrel's right here.
Oh, so that's small.
Yeah, there's a metal barrel. A turned metal barrel. And what's it got in there? It's got some braid in there for the ropes.
Ropes?
Yep. Because I have rope wound around the sides,
Why?
just in case I need to use it, like for towing or something.
Wow.
Look at that.
Well,
Is that focus now? I can't tell. I'm blinding myself.
I'm
Oh,
blind.
there we go. Here's the barrel. There's a braid in there for the...
That
Right.
is, I am pleasantly surprised.
Pretty good, eh?
I can't believe how many pieces there are
I reckon this will be harder to make than a 35th scale tank, just because of how tiny the bits are.
and how tiny the photo edge is.
Yeah, it's got some clear bits too.
You really need
So
your,
therefore the cupolas.
your what?
Cupolas.
That sounds Italian.
And there's the turret. Good detail on that too. Let's see if we can show the sag. You can see the sag.
I can see
Look at
the
it.
sag.
How clever is it? So the sag is already molded into it. You don't have to worry about trying to sag individual track links. You just got to put them together and it looks like it's already sagged.
Who makes this? What kind of sorcery is this?
What sort of sauce?
This is what is it? A Vespid model. This thing's really good.
I think they've done a pretty good job, eh?
No?
Yeah.
And it's an Australian tank
It is.
with an Italian name that's British.
Correct, Amondo.
And a Tiger 1 pamphlet.
There you go.
I'm baffled.
It's different, isn't it?
It's very different. It's very you.
Is it?
I'm looking forward.
I like bigger stuff, but I mean, I'm pretty impressed with that little tank. What do you got there? Ah,
Have we not had this before?
have we shown it before?
We have shown that before.
Because I thought it was really cool. Have we shown
Well,
it before?
We think it's cool twice.
Oh, I think it's cool
You-
more than twice.
You must have you must have been sleeping the other. Which one would you have?
What
An
do you mean?
MR2 or an 812?
I thought you were going to say, or a Centurion.
It'd be much like the same, I think. But no,
What would I rather have?
the Centurion's probably got cheaper rego. I'd
We'd
say
have to pay for rego.
probably use a little bit more fuel.
A lot more, yes. Well, there's a Mr. 2, eh?
We have had this before.
Have we? We
Yeah.
looked inside one too, have we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, well, that looks all right, doesn't it? All right, we're finished with that.
You can watch that one back.
That's right.
We have definitely, I don't know.
Oh, have we? Okay, well,
I was in the last 10 episodes. It was definitely within the last 10
the
episodes.
last 10. All right. Have we looked at this one before as well?
I don't know. This, I get a bit lost with these.
This is Zeta Gundam.
I do love Gundam, and I do love like how funky they are.
When this first got
But they
released
do look
5 or 6 years ago,
Is it only 5 or 6 years old?
it was one of the most anticipated releases from Bandai. It's one of the rare ones that does the full transformation. So it's a bit like a transformer.
What do you mean does a transformation?
Well, it transforms from the suit into an aircraft.
A
So you
suit?
can see.
What are you talking about, a suit?
Well, that's called a suit.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a mobile suit, they call
What? And you can fold him up into a plane?
it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it converts into this.
Wow. That is a lot like Transformers.
That's what he turns into. A lot of people probably don't know that.
I didn't know that.
No?
I've learned another thing.
Did you? So rather than look at all the plastic bits, I'll show you in the manual. What about here?
So it identifies as either a wave rider form.
What do we got?
Oh,
Let's find the manual.
No.
Okay, so you got water slide details in it. This is the Vercar.
Right, Vercar means it's got water slide.
Well, Vercar is like a higher level, right? So they put it in there because people sort of expect it. So here's the suit as it is in humanoid form. And that's
Humanoid.
what it looks like once you've converted it over.
What? And you can just fold it up. You don't
Yeah,
have to
fold it up.
disassemble it.
Look how thick this manual is. Okay, so there are instructions on how to fold. Yeah, transformation.
It's like a butterfly.
Get that sharp. It's like a butterfly, really? So wave rider form. Okay, so you got to fold his head back, and then you pull his chest forward, and that folds up, and then his torso opens up. Look at that. And then his arms dislocate.
You snap them off.
That's it.
No, you don't snap them off.
And then they fold around his front and become like boosters. What's this bit? That's his leg. Is it? Look at that. He's doing some crazy dance moves. I don't know. It's a bit hard to follow, isn't it?
It is very hard to follow.
Yeah, but you see all the steps. Look at all the steps you have to go through. And then that spins around.
It's a bit like the nut bush.
Like a what?
The nut bush, the dance.
That's not a dance, is it? Oh, it's gone awkwardly silent now.
Well,
So you're still moving stuff. And then there's undercarriage coming out. And
well,
boom.
you definitely can't look at that on camera.
What, the undercarriage?
What are you doing in the nut bush?
We can put the little stars and little love hearts over it. There we go. And then there's a painting guide. There you go. That's the Zeta Vercar. Full transformation.
It does do the nut bush.
Apparently. There you go.
Taking that one away before you
Before what?
Before you say something inappropriate.
It's not going to stop me from saying something inappropriate.
I know, but now we're going to lose context. So it's
Yeah.
better. All right, the car. Now we know it's a Ferrari and we know it's an 812, but it's called something, and we need to know the weight. And we did determine that it is a Grigio.
All right, let's go back with weights, right? Because people have gone crazy on the weight now.
Have they?
Yeah.
Well, where are we up to?
1278.
No.
Which
I'm just saying no.
Oh yeah. 1273.
Higher.
1267.
Higher.
All right, so 1270 is too low.
It's higher than 1278.
1281.
Lower.
Lower than 1281.
Lower than
1273.
That's higher.
No, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. We're
That's
really
it.
close. One of those is really close.
So
I can't say which one it is.
1278.
1278 and 1281.
Is that where we are?
Yeah. There's only 3 left to guess.
Or
We
is
still don't know the name.
It's called an 812 something or other. Yeah?
I've never heard Ferrari call anything a something or other.
Well,
You're lying.
I can imagine them saying what it's entailed.
All right, what else you got there? You got something else, haven't you? What's that?
The Thunder Truck 5000.
Is that what a Thunder Truck 5000 is?
The Thunder Truck 5000.
Oh, wow.
And this was going to lead to a conversation about the Bendigo Classic.
Is it? All
But
right.
Iron Wolf 92
Yeah.
stole my thunder.
Really?
Yes. The Hearns Hobbies Bendigo Classic 2023.
The Scott Rawlings is on.
Scott Rawlings is on. This is right up his alley.
That's right. Because we had a bit of biffage at last year's Bendigo
Did we?
Classic.
And I can
He was fast.
where you can drive.
It probably helps.
and it helps when you can actually
That's
steer
right.
a toy car
That's right.
and prepare it.
Yep.
But yeah, Thunder Truck 5000, this will be making an appearance, definitely.
It's not looking as fresh as it did, is it?
Well, it's had a hard life.
It's probably because of me.
Yes. Yeah. At the Easter Classic, remember you were driving around with no lid whatsoever, and it was like chomping.
Yeah, it looked like a crocodile.
It was pretty funny. And the front was all stoved in.
That's it.
But we will give it a freshen up,
Mhm.
and in fact, we will be doing tutorials on it.
Yes.
I think
Yep.
leading up to. So to me, a truck is one of the more popular classes out at Bendigo, and for very good reason. It is fast, it is simple, and they are robust.
Yeah.
And cost effective. So you've got a number of good reasons to get yourself one of these. And if you don't have one, pick yourself one up and get to the Classic. That one did start life
as one of what?
Here you go.
Oh, like that.
This is the very box for it. So this is a Tamiya, based on the Tamiya TTO1E chassis.
Yep.
Our one's fitted with a Biddy Design iron body because we love Biddy Design. And yeah, so the Bendigo Classic, October 13th to 15th.
Sounds about right.
And yeah, the tyres have been announced, the classes have been announced. The entries are open to members only.
Yes. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out, just become a member.
Become a member
That's
at
right.
the club, and you can get your early entry in.
That's right.
And that is to ensure that all members have a guaranteed entry if they want, because the Bendigo Classic is so popular that the class have entry limit caps.
Mhm.
So I think trucks might have 10, modified's got 10, 21.5. I want to say 20 or 30.
Yep.
Same thing for anyway. All the club they're capped to make sure that we can actually fit all the racing in for the day.
It's going to be good.
It is going to be
It was
really
fantastic
good.
last year.
It was. You're going to be making a star appearance in 21.5.
What?
You're going to be racing with the big boys. You're going to be putting on your big boy pants with the all-new Yokomo Rookie Speed.
What are you saying? I've got to wear the sumo suit.
Well, you can if you want.
I don't know if I'll be able to get up there.
We'll inflate you up on the stand.
Oh, that's okay.
Throw
That
you
makes
from
sense.
we'll throw you from the top,
All
bounce
right.
you down.
Right, we can do that.
No, so the all-new Yokomo Rookie Speed is set to land any day now in this country.
Excitement.
And we're going to build one up, and BJ is going to run it in 21.5. So that is going to be cool.
Wow.
And I will probably fly the flag. Deming, unfortunately, who was custodian of the truck for the past few weeks, he's going to be out of the country.
Oh, is he?
So
Right.
I'll probably run the truck and phaser.
Okay.
Because you'll have your hands full.
Full of what?
You'll be using tire warmers and tire sanders and
Well, it's pretty hard to get around in a sumo suit as well, you know.
all that stuff. You'll be using all the big boy stuff, which is going to be really cool. So yeah, the Hearns Hobbies Bendigo Classic 2023.
Yeah.
Jump onto the socials, check out the Facebook page, check out the club website, get your entries in, get your accommodation booked. It is going to be massive.
It will be.
It's limited
So
to
much fun.
140 entries across all the classes. Limit of 2 classes per person is the absolute maximum to ensure that everybody gets a turn on track. Be there.
Forward to it.
Be there.
Yes.
The Thunder Truck 5000.
Thunder Truck 5000. All right, what have we got here?
What have we got?
Where are we up to? 1279.
No,
Higher.
that is higher. But lower than 1281, you could say.
Ferrari Superfast.
Yeah.
We got that one already, yeah?
No, that's it. 812 Superfast.
That's the name we were looking for.
That is the name.
All right. Well done, Dave.
Dave.
No, it wasn't Dave. It was Dave.
It was Dave.
Yeah. It was Dave because John P came after him. Well, there you go. Who's wearing the mankini? Oh, Scott.
Scotty
Rawlings.
is bringing the
I know you
mankini.
love your mankini.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to
I don't know
You
what
were
to
just
say.
visualizing it, weren't you? And
was,
you
I
got
was.
distracted. You started
Oh.
to salivate. And Scotty's been working out. Scotty Too Hot, he's been at the gym, he's been working out because the lads are getting ready to go to Singapore. Not for a marathon, but for a race.
Oh, he's getting ready for...
The Electric Singapore International Challenge.
That's soon?
Yes, that is what, 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Wow. That's going to be
So-
exciting, isn't it?
Yep. With the Hearns Hobbies race team, Team
That's it.
Yokomo Australia is heading over there.
That's right.
Scotty's one of them. Matty Jenkins, Baden. I'm going to forget somebody. Baden, John
Simo.
Hughes, Steve Cornell, and Simon Nicholson
That's it.
are
That's
all
it.
going over there to represent Team Yokomo Australia, Hearns Hobbies, and have a great fun. But the premier race in Australia, the Bendigo Classic, get to it.
It's coming. It's coming.
So who guessed the weight?
We have a winner.
Who was it?
Anthony.
Oh,
He guessed it twice correctly.
he was yelling at the screen.
So here's the other one. There you go. See? Identical.
Wow. Anthony has been on fire since the get-go. I think he named everything on this car, no?
Probably.
I think he
Probably.
did. I think he had the first guest and the last.
It's good looking.
Congratulations to Anthony again. Thank
well
you,
done.
everybody, for your participation and the conversation and the fun it brings to our world.
We should have a close look, shouldn't we?
We can have a closer look.
Let's have a close look. All
And
right.
it looks almost chrome on there from all the reflections, but it is definitely not chrome.
It's got a blue tone, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
I was
Very
gonna say,
slight blue.
It's probably accentuated by our neon behind us, the Hearns neon. But yes, it is in fact have a very blue tone, very cold. Can I say cold?
I try not to be.
A very cold silver color.
I really love the front lights.
What do you
How's
like
it-
most
how's it got-
about them?
Well, you've got the light shape, and then you've got that section here, which has got the nostril, which is painted in the body color. So it's almost like it's a light contour with a body wing, I guess.
It's very angry, isn't it?
It is. It is. Hang on, let me just focus that.
It's
That's mega focus.
It's a very Gundam looking front light, isn't it?
See that bit?
You like that bit?
Yeah, that's my favorite bit out of all, I think. And that little chrome line across that edge too.
How's
It's really
the
nice
detail?
accent.
No, how's the
A
detail in
little
the
lens on the inside.
That's right.
Yeah. And the parking detectors. See that?
The parking sensors. It's absolutely, look at the carbon fiber finish
Oh, you can see it on the inside there too.
and on the winglet on the front.
Yep.
We can't even see that looking at it. The Ferrari badge.
Hmm.
And it's got a beautiful, and I can't say this enough, it's got a beautiful scale metallic paint.
It is.
Isn't it?
Yes, really fine flick. We like fine flick.
Well, some of us do.
Hang on.
Some of us
Look
completely
at that. Look at that.
Full floater,
Maybe full floater.
the front disc. See, it's got the aluminium hat, like
Right.
where the studs go through, and then it's got the stainless steel. That's what holds the carbon on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's like a 2-piece rotor,
Right. Okay.
and that goes back to cast iron days.
What was it go with
And
the yellow
motorbikes.
calipers?
That was a color option on this car. These are made exactly scale.
Right.
So
is that an indicator on the side?
somebody would have, this one here.
Yep.
Somebody would have spec'd this car up exactly like this in the factory.
Right.
And that's why BBR have taken the opportunity to faithfully recreate that.
Look at the contours on the side as well. I mean, the lines.
And look
are
at the
just beautiful.
reflection.
Just all these shapes across here, the flowing lines.
That's one thing the Italians do well. Style of Ferrari. No?
Hmm.
There hasn't been too many ugly Ferraris.
And I like the rear end, how it looks like it's pressed out of the main bodywork.
I've heard that about you. Do like the back of a Ferrari.
There's the carbon.
Oh,
What is that? What have you just highlighted there? Is that something written? Is it?
where? I think that's a
You see that?
reflection.
You see that?
I think that's a reflection
Is it?
of the stitch.
Oh, you're right there.
Look at the little,
Exhaust your bits.
like a good exhaust. Big fat exhaust. There you go.
Yeah, nice, isn't it?
That is so nice. Front engine fairs.
Beautiful.
I could picturing you cruising the French Riviera and something like that,
I can barely fit in that.
up to your Monaco apartment. What do you mean you can barely fit in it?
I couldn't even get my toe in there.
Oh, yeah. You can wear it like a slipper, like a jandal. You can have one under each foot like a jandal. No, that's sacrilege.
That could be popular. Oh, terrible. There we go.
That was 169. We got off to a rough start.
Did we?
I think we've had a rough end.
Wasn't that bad.
But the bit in the middle, I think, was okay.
All right.
I think
All
we'll
right.
be able to chop this one up and get some good episodes out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Stick around our socials and everything. Like I said, there's heaps of stuff coming through, heaps of new stuff coming in constantly.
Yes.
Got some big races coming up now. We're coming out of winter, RC-wise.
Mhm.
There's just about a big race every week or every fortnight. So obviously I'm excited about that. And I hope our RC guys are too.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you for your ongoing support. And I look forward to having you again next week.
So next week's going to be a special week. We have to
170.
And
We have to do something. We have to break out. We're going to have to buy a coffee machine or something. I don't know.
no, I'll bring in like some naked flame, and we'll get something happening that won't endanger our lives. Hopefully.
Only if she consents.
What?
Flame. Only if she consents to being naked.
Ah,
Is that her name?
that didn't work very well, did it?
No, not at all.
We will try to do better next time round.
We will.
And also our entry into next week's opening should be smoother because we thought we got it done so smooth. It was like the perfect beginning until we realized that we weren't transmitting.
Hadn't
So
started.
thanks for hanging around.
Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for joining. Stay in touch.
See you next time.
See you next week.